Well, still burning, and it's all global warming. To hear California Governor Jerry Brown tell it, ignore that nonsense about two teenage kids presumably starting these fires. Arsons didn't cause this tinderbox. Climate change did.
There's virtually no Republican who accepts the science that virtually is unanimous. I mean, there is no scientific question. As we send billions and billions of tons of heat-trapping gases, we get heat and we get fires and we get what we're seeing.
Really? Heritage's David Gertzer now said that this whole thing is absurd. But, David, I'm wondering, even in the face of police investigators and fire department investigators in and around San Marcos who have been targeting these kids as having set this off, we always go back to climate change. What do you make of that?
Well, you know, we've had teenagers with matches for a long time, but we've had droughts like this much longer. In the past 1,000 years, we've had multiple droughts, 10 years or more, and a couple that have been in the hundreds of years. So I think climate change has to take a back seat to teenagers and just normal weather to explain these wildfires. All
right, but climate change always seems to be the sort of the excuse du jour for any right. Climatic shift or big event we see, whether they're tornadoes or hurricanes. And I talk to a lot of climatologists or whatever you call them who say, well, you got to wonder about the frequency of these events. And I come back and say, geez, I'm not all that old, but I remember a lot of these events throughout the course of my life. What am I missing?
Yeah, you're not missing anything, and Governor Brown is wrong. People are not denying the basic science, which says CO2 is a greenhouse gas, when they say that increases in CO2 are not leading to catastrophe, and we're not seeing it yet. If you look at the NOAA data, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration data, and the IPCC report from last fall, they find no trend in droughts, floods, hurricanes, or tornadoes. So it's not climate change that's causing these weather disasters.
All right, but climate change is the issue that's raised the most, and now part of the UN effort and a U.S.-led effort to make sure we address it. I think until everyone's on the same page, do we want to spend $1 trillion fixing a problem that maybe is not man-created and cannot be man-solved?
Right. I think what they have is a very expensive non-solution to what it looks like so far is a non-problem. So you're right. We're talking about trillions of dollars of economic damage from a lot of these climate policies. But virtually everybody agrees that these policies would have no impact, even if we were on a trend toward disaster. It's a trend that we're not on.
All right.
So we're not heading to disaster, and if we were, these policies don't solve it.
Amazing. All right. David, thank you very much.